Matchroom King Eddie Hearn has sent out offers to Brian Norman Jr. He sent out 3 to Brian Norman Jr. And he also sent offers to Stanionis. Since Crawford has vacated the WBA belt, Stanionis is now the WBA champion. Whether you think his offers are high or low, Eddie Hearn is getting a dose of reality that it's not as easy to become unified at 147 as he thought it would be. And according to Brian Norman Sr., they only needed $250,000 more to close the deal. But the fight is dead now. According to Eddie Hearn, the fight is dead. And now Boots Ennis, Matchroom have to make a decision. What are they going to do next? Stevie Wonder could see it was going to be difficult for Boots Ennis to unify at 147. You can't call Turkey Al-Sheikh for everything. Turkey Al-Sheikh is interested in big fights. And for boxing fans like me, this is a big fight. But globally, this is not a big fight. But anyway, let's hear it from the horse's mouth. I don't own the rights to this material. It's for educational use only. The source is IFL TV. And this is Eddie Hearn talking about possible future plans for Boots Ennis.
So let's see what we do. Let's see how the purse bid goes. I also have no problem with Boots moving to 154 pounds. I love the fight. We reached out to Bohachuk. You know, I think that's a great fight. You've got Israel Madrimov. You know, you got some great fights at 154 outside of the champions. Love to fight a champion. But we've got some decisions to make over the next 72 hours. But the decisions will not include Brian, Norman, Adrian, or Derek.
That was Eddie Hearn talking about the possible future plans for Boots Ennis. And boxing fans like me, we've been saying all along, there is no smoke at 147. The 140 division is dead. Porter's gone. Who knows what Keith Thurman is doing? Spencer's moved up to 154. Crawford has moved up to 154. Not to mention, you got Virgil Ortiz, Madrimov, Bohachuk, Brian Mendoza, Lubin. The list goes on. All the smokes at 154. And this is what we've been saying about Boots Ennis in the first place. He should move to 154. That's where all the action's at. I know Eddie Hearn and Jaron Boots Ennis wanted to follow the path of Crawford, and they wanted to be undisputed at 147. But if they don't want to fight, what are you going to do? Crawford stayed at 147 for 5 years before he became undisputed, or maybe 6, because the politics of boxing. Now Boots is experiencing the politics of boxing. Another name at 154 I forgot, and I don't know why I forgot, because he's one of the bright stars, young stars in 154, Xander Zayas. There are so many possibilities for Jaron Boots Ennis at 154. I mean, we get the matchup we were talking about for years now, and that's Jaron Boots Ennis against Virgil Ortiz. Not to mention, if the Crawford fight falls through with Canelo, we could get that fight. Tim Tszyu, these are all good fights to see Jaron Boots Ennis in. So to me, it would be a very wise choice for Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, and Jaron Boots Ennis to move to 154, since he can't get any smoke from Stanionis, Brian Norman Jr., or Mario Barrios, who was rumored to fight Manny Pacquiao. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Is it time for Boots Ennis to make that move to 154? Or should he not vacate and fight Karen? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.